I'm Malou Reymann, and I'm the director of A Perfectly Normal Family. The film is about a perfectly normal family, it seems, but then it turns out that the father is actually transgender and feels like a woman. So he undergoes a transition and becomes a woman, and it's how the whole family needs to deal with this transition. First of all, the story is based on my own experience of my father's sex change when I was 11. So obviously that perspective was close to my heart, and I felt like I could tell that story. But I also felt like having that perspective enabled a different kind of approach to the subject, where it became more about like a family undergoing a big change and not so much about the specifics of undergoing a sex change. I think first of all there's something about the child's perspective which is reflected in the period, because there was a different kind of naivety in the 90s also around this subject, and people didn't necessarily know what it meant. There wasn't a lot of focus on it, and there was only very few people who actually underwent this transition. So that's why it was important for me to place it there, because the way people see it now is very different. Like Caitlyn Jenner has been on the cover of Vogue. It's like that suddenly made it mainstream, and suddenly everyone relate to the subject in a very different way. Like, yeah, I know about it, and I kind of know someone who's also transgender or something. That's not at all how it was in the 90s. So I felt like I had to tell the story from in that period, to be truthful to kind of the naivety we experienced as a family around it. I was looking for really good actors. I think that was kind of I used to work as an actor also when I was a child, so I kind of have that experience, and I think that is really my way into filmmaking is acting. So my passion is really there, and I recognize good acting, and I think so that's always kind of what I look for. It was never a premise that anyone should look like me or other members of my family. Actually, it was intentionally that Mikkel, who plays the father character, never met my father, for example, because we didn't want it to be like as it was, or we didn't want him to feel like he should betray a real person, and instead, I think everyone felt the freedom to create characters from within themselves rather than mirroring something they saw in others. I'm super excited. It's also personally for me, it's amazing to come back to Holland, and that this is where the world premiere is going to be, because I'm born in Holland. I don't speak Dutch, unfortunately, anymore, but I have it's a very loving memory I have of living in Amsterdam. So being able to screen my film here is just amazing. Yeah, and I'm so excited to watch it tonight with an audience and see how they will respond to it.